Good evening. Good evening. So, do you have any doubt from yesterday? So yesterday, no, we did coding, decoding, character puzzle. In coding, decoding, we had broadly discussed that there are different types of ways that they are coded. It could be a same letter coding, where the word of pencil itself was being coded as something. It was a different letter coding, where pencil was being coded as a totally different word. It was direct letter, where very clearly steel, every alphabet meant something. Direct letter coding. We did letter to number coding, where letters were meaning something. There were two kinds here. One, it was based on the place value. And second, it was something which was being assigned. So there was a letter to number coding, where we had to recognize a pattern very similar to series. Okay, so that is letter to number. Then we also did number to number coding and sentence. In sentence coding, it was 253 means books are old, something means something. Finding the common terms to recognize books is being coded as 3, old is being coded as 2. We did that. Yes. Ideally, you will see that most PYQs from coding will get covered in this. When we did patterns, character puzzle, in character puzzle, there were again questions were very similar to series, but the difference was the questions were being in a grid. The questions were placed in a grid, and since they were in a grid or in a circle, around a circle, so there was a pattern where we had to ensure that horizontally, vertically, the pattern is being followed in both directions. Anything which was random, we were very confident that it is not a good, it's not a good code. A code will always be objective, it will be 100% applicable. When there was any doubt, we saw that there was an extra term available to us to check कि हमने सही logic लगाया है कि नहीं, and then we could find the answer. Yes. So on the basis, so this was all that we did until now: coding, decoding, and character puzzle. Abhi, I don't have yesterday's handout. I will also be taking, it's a PYQ. So I'll take a PYQ discussion class. In this, in the class, we will discuss only PYQs from, I think, on Monday or Tuesday. Tuesday, I think, is the PYQ class. So we will discuss all the topics that we've done till now, only those 4-5 topics, all PYQs. ठीक है, जो भी doubts होंगे. ठीक है. So now we discuss today's class. So today we have again 3 themes. So we saw yesterday in the first 2 topics that we've done that more or less there has been 1 or 2 questions from those topics in the last few years. More or less एक question तो आ ही रहा है. Similarly, you will see for today we have 3 topics: direction sense, blood relation, and seating arrangement. And we will see that beach mein to questions had increased considerably when a lot of questions came from seating arrangement, and then it disappeared. But ideally, questions have always been there from these 3 topics also. They are very low-hanging fruits because they also allow us to get to our answer correctly in less time. But we also saw yesterday in the last question that if a question seems it is from series, maybe coding, but it's too long, too many steps are being involved, then it's ideal to also recognize कि शायद इसको छोड़ना है. You will find the answer, but it will be counterintuitive because it is going to take a lot of time. So our objective is to attempt a paper within the time. So again, if we save some time from logical reasoning, we will be able to give that much time to quantitative aptitude, which is what we would want. Quantitative aptitude के लिए थोड़ा सा extra time, and we are in a more comfortable space mentally to approach the math section if we do this properly, this quickly. So we should know when to leave and what is to be left. Now, when we talk about, so the first topic we'll discuss today is direction sense. When we say direction sense, we know that in directions, there are few things which are, we all know, which is the primary directions. The primary directions are, we all know, I'm assuming, I'm hoping we know, north, south, east and west. It's very important. North, south to pakka sahi ho jata hai. North is on the top, south is at the bottom. But there is a very there is a risk that we in jaldi ek to bahut jaldi hoti hai to solve questions. Fatafat. Even in the class, we have to really rush through our answers and say, be it right, be it wrong. So you might end up marking your east on the other side. Please make sure that east is on the right. East is on the right. And left is west. So it is like left wing extremism, LWE, left is west. And then we have east on the other side. North, south, west and east. These are the 4 primary directions. We assume when a question comes, if it's not given, that we are facing the north. So if we start moving and it does not say, so we assume that we are facing the north and we start traveling in that direction. Ideally, the question will give in which direction we are moving. Okay. Now, if we notice the angle between 2 consecutive directions, north and east, east and south, south and west is 90 degrees. The angle between 2 directions is 90 degrees. So if I say that I take a 90-degree turn, I was facing north and I take a 90-degree turn. So which direction am I facing? East. I take another 90-degree turn, I'm now facing south. So this means 90-degree turn to the right. I did not say right or left. So if I'm taking, I did draw it though, but it's important to notice in the exam, wo bolega, you turning 90 degrees to the right or to the left. Both are possible. It's not a default clockwise. This is known as clockwise. The way our clock moves, the hour hand, minute hand on the clock. Yes. And the other direction is counterclockwise, anti-clockwise. Okay. So when we move towards the right, it is clockwise. When we move towards the left, in the opposite direction. So this is clockwise. Clockwise. And the other one is anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise. Clockwise, anti-clockwise. Similarly, you will also notice that when we moved to 90 degrees consecutively, we were facing the opposite direction. So if we start from north, so if we start from north, we started from north. We took one 90-degree turn to the right, one more 90-degree turn to the right. Now we are facing south. So 290 degrees is equal to you will face the opposite direction. You take 4 turns in the same direction, it is you're back to the starting point. So can I say that if I'm turning right, so the question might also say you turn right. When the question says you turn right, we assume it's a 90-degree turn. You have taken an exact 90-degree turn, you've turned right. So if a person travels, if a person A is standing here, he travels a certain distance north, let's say 10 kilometers. Then he turns right. Which direction is he facing? If he turns right, he is facing east. After moving for 5 kilometers, he turns left. Which direction is he facing? North. So it's going to be important that even in the exam, you draw a diagram next to your question or in the rough, which is exactly A, it is proportional. You see that my 10 kilometers and 5 kilometers, they are slightly proportional when I look at them. It gives you a realistic image. And second, you very carefully write your left and right. Aisa nahi hai, because the minute you do one mistake, there will be 4 times the person is turning. One of them is wrong, you're never getting your answer. And the examiner will also expect कि कुछ तो गड़बड़ होगा उन तीनों में, and that would still be an option in the question. And we'll get the wrong answer. So, instead of rushing, my suggestion, every time somebody is turning, please write left or right. For example, over here, before turning, I would have ideally wanted to write that, okay, so for east, for this person on this point, let us say this point is Q now. This is left and this is right. Just write that L and R. Now when he's turning left, you very sure know that it is going towards the north again. So why? Because this avoids silly mistakes. CSAT is not just maths, it's also a lot of silly mistakes. So which should be avoided at all cost. And how do we avoid them? By making sure कि short एक L और R लिखने में कितना time लगेगा. But it will ensure that at least we are not wrong. Okay. So you write left, right. Okay, it is turning right. We move right. Left, right. We are turning left. Now we move towards the left. I hope this is clear. Apart from primary directions and knowing that we always turn by 90 degrees whenever we turn, there are also secondary directions. When we say secondary directions, these are directions which are between north and east, between the primary directions. They are at 45 degrees. So we have, of course, how many secondary directions are possible? 4. So the 4 secondary directions would be these, 1, 2, 3, and 4. They will be between each. So they are also labeled after the 2 directions in which they are. For example, this is northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. So we have north, northeast, east, southeast, south, southwest, west, northwest. So we have 4 primary directions and 4 secondary directions. Whenever we move 90 degrees. So if I'm at northeast and I move 90 degrees right, I will reach southeast. So instead of north, it was east. Now it is southeast because my starting point was northeast. So also it's very, very important. I highly recommend, please draw a north, south, east, west on your copy. When you draw in the exam, you're attempting a question, instead of just doing it mentally and orally, it always helps to have just this drawn in front of you. Kabhi confusion nahi hoga ki kis taraf you were supposed to turn. It will be easier. There will never be a confusion. So north, south, east, west, and we have this side is right and this side is left. Okay. On the basis of this, we'll do few questions first and then look at other things. So I've discussed this. When we walk towards north, we've discussed this right now. We'll read it again. When we walk towards north, then the left and the right is same as what is the left and right for us. When we take a turn, it is always 90 degrees. It is always and always. Whenever we take a turn, it is going to be 90. 2 90-degree turns is equal to 180 degree, where if you were going in the north direction, 2 90-degree turns, be it left or right, will lead to south. You were going in the east direction, 2 90-degree turns will lead to west. 1 left turn and then right turn. We just saw that. You take 1 right turn and 1 left turn, or 1 left turn and 1 right turn. We'll reach the same direction. And we assume north direction by default. Okay. We assume north direction by default. These are the only basics for direction sense. Okay. So apart from this, there is also what we do is shortest distance. Shortest distance is the length of the inclined. So let us say a person traveled north, went 10 kilometers, and then traveled towards the east, and he traveled 12 kilometers. So how much distance has he traveled in total? 22 kilometers. So the total distance is equal to 22 kilometers. And what is the shortest distance? If he started from A, reached point B, took a right, reached point C. Now what is the shortest distance? Yes, it is the square root of 10 square plus 12 square. So this is calculated by the Pythagoras theorem. For those who have any doubt, Pythagoras theorem says, Pythagoras theorem says that we have a right-angled triangle because we are always moving at right angles, hence relevant. It says if this is the base and this is the height, perpendicular. This is the base of the triangle. This is the height of the triangle. So the perpendicular P square equal to B square plus H square. Perpendicular square is equal to B square plus H square. which means perpendicular, which was also the shortest distance. The shortest distance was P. So this means P is equal to square root of B square plus H square. B square plus H square. So the two sides which were being formed, you square them, add them. Oh, sorry, I've written it wrong. I've written it wrong. I don't know what I'm thinking. This is the perpendicular and this is the hypotenuse. Abhi. So H square equal to P square plus B square. It always helps to say the full term. H equal to P square plus B square. Hypotenuse, the shortest distance, is equal to P square plus B square. Right? There are few common triplets that we should know. Most common is 3, 4, 5. 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square. Very, very common triplets. These we should know. 3, 4, 5, 5, 12 and 13, 8, 15 and 17. 8 8s are 64 plus 15 squares are 225. This is equal to 289. So 289 is square of 17. So 8, 15, 17, 5, 12, 13, 3, 4, 5 and similarly 20, 21, 29. 3 common triplets. Even if you don't know, very easy to calculate in the exam. But it's always a good idea to know them. Based on that, let's calculate this question. Let's solve this question together. Based on all of these things that we've discussed. Ravi walks 8 kilometers northeast and then 6 kilometers southeast. Find the total distance as well as the shortest distance between starting and end points. Ravi walks 8 kilometers northeast and 6 kilometers southeast. Then 6 kilometers southeast. Find the total distance as well as the shortest distance. 14 and 10. Yes? Anyone who could not calculate? Irrespective. So what we do is, we quickly know that this was the north, south, east, west. This is northeast and this is southeast. So originally when he starts, he walks 8 kilometers northeast. He walks 8 kilometers northeast. Then he turns and he travels 6 kilometers southeast. So he is traveling 6. So this was 8 and 6. 8 and 6. So this is the shortest distance, right angle triangle. And what is the total distance? Usi se 2 eliminate, two options get eliminated. Correct? I hope everyone did this. So 8 8s are, so this is the hypotenuse. 8 8s are 64 plus 6 6 are 36. 8 square plus 6 square under root. This translates into 100 under root, which is equal to 10. Hence, the right answer is B, 14 kilometers and 10 kilometers. Now we'll do the next. Suman walks 15 kilometers towards north. She turns right and walks another 15 kilometers. She turns right and walks another 15 kilometers. East. This is why it's important to not estimate. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. Use pen and paper. It is one of them, either south or east. East. East? How many say east? Okay. The others? South? For the others, it is south? Okay. So what we had to do was, again, we just drew. Manjunath, please write your answers in the chat. So we have north, south, east, and west. So when someone walks 15 kilometers towards north, so this is the starting point, walks 15 kilometers towards north, 15 kilometers. Then she turns right. So this was left, right, and she turns right and walks another 15 kilometers. So again, 15 kilometers. Again, this is left, this is right. She again turns right and walks another 15. So from here, she turns right, and this is so this was 15 and this is 15. Will be equal. So she turns right and walks another 15 kilometers, and this is her end point. This is the start. So which direction is this? East. So goes towards the east. Yes, not the south, but the east. I hope we all are good. East, not the south. Yes. So again, what this also tells us, small silly mistakes are going to be very easy. It's going to be very easy to do east ki jagah south, but you'll have to make sure that we are right. So the answer was east. Again, after starting from a point, a man walks. Bhumika and Manjunath, it is not south, it is east. I hope you've understood why it is east. It is C, east. Okay, next, this one, third. After starting north, is this a unanimous answer this time? North. Okay. So after starting, the right answer is north. After starting from a point, a man walks 4 kilometers. After starting from a point, I will solve this again once, very quickly. North, south, east, west. Very, very important that we draw it. We have it in one place in the answer question paper before when we start solving. A man walks 4 kilometers towards west. So now this is the starting point, and he's directly moving towards the west. So this is the start, goes towards the west and goes, after starting from a point, a man walks 4 kilometers towards west, then turning to his right. This is left and right, and turning to his right, he moves 4 kilometers. So very similar, 4 kilometers. He moves towards the right, 4 kilometers. After this, he again turns to right, left, right, and moves 4 kilometers. So the right answer is north. It is north. I hope. Yes, Bhumika, we always have to see from the starting point how far, in which direction is the person. It's always going to be from the starting point. The question will also say, below indicates the correct direction from his starting point. Okay. Next question. If southwest becomes north, then what will northeast be? If southwest becomes north, what will... If southwest becomes north, then what will northeast be? Okay, how many? Okay, so we have few answers. Few are saying southeast. 2, 3. 3 say southeast. How many of you say south? Almost everyone. More. Any other answer? North or east? No. Southeast. Okay. Northwest तो option ही नहीं है. Northwest is not an option. So the right answer was south. Let's take a look at it why. So this is, we all know that north, south, east and west. And southwest was this direction. This was southwest. And now southwest has become north. So there is this southwest which has become north. Okay. So writing with the blue pen. So if this is south, this is north, then this is new south. Yes. According to new south, this is east. And this was west. According to the new south, according to the new north. I hope you see that, what I've drawn with the blue pen. So now the question says, then what will northeast be? Northeast was this direction originally. What is this for now? South. So the right answer will be south. So what we had to do was we had to superimpose our north, find the south and east. That is somewhere where you'll find your answer. Okay. So the right answer is south. Fourth, yes, right answer is south. Correct the Panshu, Manjunath, Bhumika. Sabka sahi hai. Fifth. Now there are two kinds of questions that we often see. One is it is based on final direction. Where is a person finally going to reach? As we have been doing till now. Yes, a person starting from house, in which direction from the house is he? And then another kind will be where we'll compare two people. So let's solve fifth first now, based on final direction. A clock is so placed that at 12 noon, its minute hand points towards the northeast. In which direction does its hour hand point at 1:30 p.m.? East. At 1:30 p.m. it points towards east. Okay. They yet to answer. So the right answer is east. Anyone who has any doubt here? Kaise aaya east? Okay, let's solve it together. So north, south, east, west. North, south, east, west. Now it says the clock is so placed that at 12 noon, which was supposed to be this. Which was supposed to be at 12 noon. This is where the clock points. So at 12 noon, but it is pointing towards northeast. Same thing, but now this is northeast. I hope we understand that earlier also we did same thing. We had north, south, east, west. We plotted a new north, south, east, west. This time we have to plot a new. We have northeast. So what would be the opposite of northeast? What is the opposite of northeast? Southwest. So this means this was southwest. Northeast, southwest. Where is north? According to the old one. Northwest. So this was north. This is south. South. I've written. This should be here. So north, south, east, and west. Correct? That is why that is northeast. The red pen. So now the question says, in which direction does the hour hand point at 1:30? This is the hour hand. East. So all that we had to do was we had to write the new directions, new north, south, east, west. उतने में आंसर आ जाएगा. ठीक है? I hope everyone's good. New directions. We all know, na? In a clock. This is 12, 3, 6, 9, and this was 1. At 1:30, this is what the clock looks like. Yes? So the hour hand is at 1. This is the hour hand. This is the minute hand. Hour hand and minute hand. So the right answer is east. In which direction is the minute hand pointing? Southeast. Southwest. And if it was 3 p.m., what direction would it be pointing? 3 p.m. East. Our hand. East. Okay. No, northeast. How can it be 12 and 1 o'clock cannot be the same? 12 p.m., 12 noon pe, both hands were together facing this. At 12, both hands were together facing this direction. That direction is northeast. At 3, it would be in this direction, which is the southeast. Because northeast, southwest, southeast. Southeast, this direction. The blue. Okay? अभी उतना exact तो उसने option नहीं दिया है. So we see that it is roughly east. See again, northeast is not an option. The northeast is not an option. So in the given options, what do we choose now? Sorry? Northeast कहाँ दिया है option में? But north तो दूसरी तरफ चला गया. North तो दूसरी तरफ चला गया. Definitely उस side तो नहीं जाएंगे. It will have to go towards this. Yes, it's closer to northeast, but irrespective, that's not an option. It has to be east. It can't be north. I hope you noticed north तो ये रहा. Sorry? Clockwise direction. मतलब घड़ी 1:30 will be 1:30. That cannot be 11:30. If it is north, then it is 11:30. It is not 1:30. I hope we are all good. अभी तो फिर भी traditional clock का ज़माना है. We all have the traditional clocks. Digital next generation will be more digital clock. Then they would not know the घड़ी. Yes. Yes. Not dead center, you know, it will be. At 3 p.m. At 1:30 p.m. Okay. It's 90 degrees, no? All directions. You will have only one suitable option. So the question is, I'll draw this again. So the question is that यहाँ पे हमारा जो घड़ी है वो बीच में it's not an exact 45 degrees. The angle between two directions, northeast is exactly 45 degrees. This is 45 degrees. Correct? It is what it is supposed to be. North, south, east and west. This is supposed to be 45 degrees. At 1, this angle was not 45 degrees. But we also see that there is only one suitable answer. It is not exact 45, but then even then in this direction there is just one answer, which is the east. There is no north but thoda sa east. It's 20 degrees east. वो option ही नहीं है. Right? So the answer is east. If the clock was moving in an anti-clockwise direction, it would have started pointing towards this. But वो तो अभी 11:30 है ना? We look at a normal clock. This is 11:30. I hope you understand. If instead of this, I say that what is this time? Where this was hour hand and this is minute hand. 11:30. Right? So we know 1:30 from 11:30. So our hand is pointing to east. I hope it is clear. Basic time. Okay. A girl is facing north. She turns 180 degrees in the anti-clockwise. Opposite direction, anti-clockwise. When in doubt, you can look at your watch or clock on the wall in the exam. Anti-clockwise. A girl is facing north. She turns 180 degrees in the anti-clockwise direction and then 225 degrees in the clockwise direction. Northeast. What it should be? Southwest? Southwest and northeast. West also. West also. East? East. We have one person for east. He's taken east. Okay. So this means you need to check your... It's a very direct question. Again, it's a direct question where as soon as you draw if you're drawing everything on the board, on your copy, you draw north, south, east. We draw every single step that is being taken. A girl is facing north. she turns 180 degrees in the anti-clockwise, clockwise or anti-clockwise, or 180 means it's the opposite. So she turns 180 degrees in the anti-clockwise direction and it becomes south. So now she is, oh, it is southwest now? So now she is facing the south direction because she has turned 180 degrees. Even if it said clockwise direction, it would have been the same, south. And then 225 degrees in the clockwise direction. So for 225, this is 180 degrees. 225 minus 180 is how much? 45. तो अभी 45 degrees वो और आगे गई. This is the direction in which she's. Oh, sorry. In the clockwise direction. Acha, this is anti-clockwise. I make her move in the same direction. See? Yeah. गलत हो गया. देखो ऐसे ही गलत होता है ना? I also do it wrong. So again, let's do it. North, south, east, and west. Moves 180 degrees. हो गया. The joke's on me, but it's done. So she moves 180 degrees in the anti-clockwise direction, and then in the clockwise direction. I also missed this. So again, she goes back 180 degrees and 45 degrees extra, northeast. So those who said southwest, maybe something's wrong. हाँ, clockwise की गलती, वही same thing that I also did. Something. So the right answer was northeast. Northeast. Very important कि पहले anti-clockwise था, second time it was clockwise, not the anti-clockwise. Now based on how much distance is being traveled, not asking the directions, but asking how much displacement is being done. So we'll take a look at few questions based on this. Vijay traveled 12 kilometers southwards. Okay, 10 kilometers. So Vijay traveled 12 kilometers southward, turned right. Traveled 10, then turned right. And then traveled 12 kilometers. How far was Vijay from the starting point? 10? Any other answer? None of the above? Sorry? 10, no? So Vijay has started from a point, the starting point, goes 12 kilometers southward, then turns right. So this was right and this is left. Ulta ho jayega compared to what we have. So now he turns right and traveled 10 kilometers. So 10 kilometers he travels towards his right. Because he's going in the opposite direction, so right is this side now. Yes. Then he turned right again. So this is left, this is right. Left and right. So he turns right and travels 12 kilometers. Travels 12 kilometers. How far is Vijay from the starting point? It is forming a parallelogram. Yes. A rectangle, 12, 12, 10, 10. So the answer is 10 kilometers. Yes. Rightly said, Abhigyan, 10 kilometers. One more question. A person starts from A. A person starts from A and travels 3 kilometers eastwards to B. Turns left, travels thrice that distance to reach C. He again turns left and travels 5 times the distance he covered between A and B and reaches D. Shortest distance. So we have to calculate the total distance traveled between A and B and then the shortest distance. Let's first calculate the total distance being traveled between A and B, and then we'll calculate the shortest distance between A and D. करो, गलती हुई थी अभी तो. Then in the exam, it's going to be very important to use your pen and paper and not do it orally. Orally, galti hoti hai. Please use pen and paper and then solve. So the right answer is 15 kilometers. How it comes out to be 15? A person starts from a point A. So we have north, south, east, and west. A person starts from a point A and travels 3 kilometers eastwards. So if this is A, travels 3 kilometers eastwards. Travels 3 kilometers eastwards to reach point B and then turns left. So what is his left? Left and right. So he turns to the 3 kilometers eastwards to B and then turns left and travels thrice that distance to reach C. So he turns left and now this is the left and he's traveling thrice that distance. So he's traveling 9 kilometers now. 9 kilometers to reach the point C. He again turns left. So what was left now? This is left and right. So he again turns left and travels 5 times the distance he covered between A and B. What is the distance that he's covered between A and B? A and B? 3 kilometers. Now he's traveling 5 times that. So he travels 5 times that between A and B and reaches his destination D. So he reaches his destination D by traveling 15 kilometers. So this is 15 kilometers and he reaches destination D. The shortest distance between the starting point and the destination. So what is the shortest point? Between this. So we have to calculate the length of this. We know that we are always turning by right angles. So if this entire was 15, this is 3, means this is also 3. What is the length of this between, let's call it a point E. ED is 12. This AE is 9 and it is a triplet 15. 9, 12 and 15. Okay. I hope everyone's able to calculate it the same way. Very rightly said. Question 8, 15 kilometers abhi gyan. Okay. 9th. What is needed is to be careful. In these questions, it's not the directions as much as it's about you being careful in calculating. Vijay goes 5 kilometers in the north from his school. Turning to the left, goes 10 kilometers. Again left, goes 5. 10 kilometers तो सब में लिखा है. North, south, east, west बताना है. Let's wait a little, others also. 10 kilometers सब में लिखा है. Correct, Manjunath, it is 15 kilometers. Question 8. So the right answer is west, 10 kilometers. Easy questions. So now we open our handout and I would want you to solve a PYQ. PYQ start from page number 17. So there is question number 4, page 17 from 2022. Question number 4 on page 17. Handout. few more minutes. So two friends, X and Y, start running and they run together for 50 meters in the same direction. So two friends, So two friends, so X and Y, they run together and they run 50 meters in the same direction and reach a point. So they run 50 meters in the same direction and reach a point, which is, then X turns right and runs 60 meters. X turns right and runs 60 meters. This is X. While Y turns left and runs 40 meters. Then X turns left. This was left, this is right. X turns left and runs 50 meters and stops. So this is the final location for X. Okay? And while Y turns right, this was his left and his right. Y turns right and runs 50 meters, same distance, 50 meters and stops. Final location of Y. What is the distance between X and Y? 100. From the starting point, in which direction is X? From the starting point, northeast. And Y? Northwest. So northeast and northwest, and the right answer is 100 meters. Solve question number 5. 2022 again. This is, in a way, data sufficiency question. It's not asking you to calculate the distance, but rather tell answer can be calculated from which statement. How far is city P from city Q? City Q is 18 kilometers from city R. And city P is 43 kilometers from city R. C. How many of you say C? Okay, others are still solving. Be careful when you calculate. Is it C or is it D? C. Again, how many for C? It's the wrong answer. The direction's not there. We don't know where are P and Q. Yes? Since we don't know where P and Q are, all that we know is city Q is 18 kilometers from city R. Okay? City Q or Q and R के बीच में 18 kilometers है. And city P is 43 from city R. Now this 43 could be anywhere. It could be here, anywhere. It does not say where. So how can I tell the difference between P and Q now? But it does not say. So can I tell the distance? The question, what is the question? How far is P from Q? Can I answer that question with these two statements? No, I need third. I need to know the angle. But not here. It is a distance. That is when you start moving in a direction, you assume that you were facing north. Okay. Okay, कैसे निकलेगा? See, I assume that my R, let's say, I'll change my pen. Let's say I assume that my P is over here in this direction. My distance is different, P. But I can also assume it is in this direction. The answer is different. So I'm getting an infinite number of answers. कैसे निकल रहा है? एक आंसर चाहिए. दो जगहों के बीच में कितना डिफरेंस है? We need one answer, and that one answer is not coming. The answer between two cities will not change. Delhi, Mumbai will always be a certain distance away. Same नहीं होंगे. कभी ऐसा नहीं है, infinite options हैं. Okay? Hence, the answer is not C, it is D. And we have to be careful. Question 7. Question 7. So this is why, Bhumika, I hope you've understood why it is not C. Abhigyan, the answer is D. It is not C. More than speed, देखो यहाँ पे speed से कोई prize नहीं मिल रहा. This is not a speed exam. Be careful. Everyone should be careful. अभी तो डी था. So 7th, calculated B. The right answer is B. So a woman runs 12 kilometers north, then 6 kilometers towards her south. So she's come back 6 kilometers, and then 8 kilometers to her east. So a woman runs 12 kilometers to the north, 12 kilometers towards her north. So first she goes 12 kilometers towards her north, but then she comes back 6 kilometers. So this is, I will call it A. Then she comes back to B, 6 kilometers towards her south, and then 8 kilometers towards her east. What's her east? This? Yes. So she goes 8 kilometers towards her east, and this is 6. Correct? 6 kilometers piche aaye the. In which direction is she from the starting point? We have to just tell the direction. Which direction is this? Okay. And therefore the right answer is B, angle less than 45 degrees north of east. Northeast. Okay? Asan questions. Okay. So after this, we yes. Sorry. If it was 6 and 6, then it would have been 45. Agar equal hota. See again, if you look at the options, what is important is west. The question is 7th. An angle, acha, less than and more than. Why more than? Less than ही तो आएगा. Less than. तब वो 45 होता. So when we calculate angle, okay, let us say this is 45 degrees, and when it is 45 degrees, both are equal. Both are equal, it is 45 degrees. When both are equal, it is 45 degrees. Now let's try with and reduce this angle. It is less than 45. So we see that this is less than 45 now. Okay, less than 45, and if it was more than 45, it is this, more than 45. I hope you understood. This is less, and this one is more. But what do we have? We have 8 kilometers, 6 kilometers like this. This is 6, and this is 8. So my height is less. If it had been opposite, it would have been more. Sabko clear hai? So 45 degrees, 45 se kam, 45 se zyada. 45 means it is equal. Height and base are equal. Perpendicular and base are equal. So this is why it is less than 45 degrees. Clear sabko? Yes? Okay. So we do the next question. You've done this? Yes. So based on, we've done this? Okay. ये भी कर लिया था. Now, One last, which is based on both direction and displacement. Direction and displacement. One last question based on both direction and displacement. Be careful when you solve. East, Sham is 30 meters or 80 meters? East में भी दो options हैं. 30 and 80 दो हैं. But A जिसने बोला था गलत हो गया already. Lot of us said A पहले. So you self-check yourself, those who said A. It is not A, it is D. So Ram and Sham start from the same point. Ram walks 40 meters north, then turns west and walks 80 meters. So Ram and Sham start from the same point. A. There is 30 meters, 80 meters. East तो है, but दो options हैं east में भी. Need to be careful. अभी तक already I think circle bubble भर लिया A के साथ. That's the wrong answer. So you have to be very, very careful. You will see that sometimes our options are close. We see the first option, we see east, कर दिया mark. So please be careful. CSAT is not, it's more than speed, it is also accuracy. You have 80 questions. Enough time. This is not 100 questions, 100 minutes. Okay? So the right answer was D. Sham is 80 meters to the east of Ram. I hope everyone has the right answer now. Question number 10. Yes? Sabko clear hai? The only thing, please be careful when you mark. No rush. So with this, we go to blood relations. Now, when we talk about blood relations, the second topic for today. So there are a few things that we should know. First is, in blood relations, it is, we talk about relationships in English. Hindi में बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं. English में everyone's uncle. Yes, uncle and aunt, and we are done. It's nephew and niece. It's over. So it's very important to know that what is the meaning of different relationships and how do we plot them. So when we say maternal, maternal means mother's side and paternal means from the side of the father. When we say child, a child can be either a son or a daughter. It can be both. So a child is son or daughter. Parent can be again both mother or father. Until the question says, we do not assume it's the mother or the father. The question has to be specific. There's never any assumption. So a parent means mother or father. Spouse means husband or wife. And spouse means husband or wife. Sibling, brother or sister. It can be both brother or sister. Cousin can be both male or female. Cousin sister, cousin brother. It can be both. So we see that the last five, they are gender neutral. Child, parent, sibling, they're all gender neutral. These are gender neutral relationships because a child itself is not telling us whether it's a boy or a girl. It's the son or daughter which tells us the gender. What's the sex? Parent, father or mother, spouse, husband, wife. Sibling, brother, sister, and cousin, male or female. Grandparents is also, I didn't write that. That's on the next one. It is also grandmother and grandfather, gender neutral. वो लिखा होगा question में. The question will say that is it paternal or maternal. If the question is asking, it will say कि वो किस side के बात कर रहा है. More often, always the questions are of two types. It will ask you to recognize the relationship. You look at there will be a statement, she points towards a photo and says the person in the photo is this. You're expected to recognize कि वो photo में कौन है. or it will have some relationships given on paper, which again you'll have to tell between Ram and let's say Sham, what's the relationship. So the relationship will be given, right? But again, grandparents, as you said, is maternal or paternal, grandfather or grandmother, both are possible. When we do blood relations, there are 5 genders that are possible. 5 generations that are possible. Yes, 5 generations. I was feeling under the weather today. So you expect 1 or 2 mistakes. So 5 generations are possible. So we start with the grandparents. So why 5 generations? Because you can go 2 generations above you and 2 generations below you. So when we say grandparents, it is grandfather, grandmother. It cannot be anyone else. It is grandfather and grandmother, maternal, paternal will be there. When we talk about parents, it can be father. So who all come in that generation above us? So above us, it could be mother, father, uncle or aunt, mother-in-law or father-in-law. These are the options which will be there. But that is the generation above us. So when we look at our rishte, it is father, mother, uncle, aunt, father-in-law, mother-in-law. Then there is no mama taya in English. It is everyone's an uncle. There's no mama taya. It's all uncle. Okay? And there's no need to go into that here. Present generation is us. So at our generation, why I'm saying us, because ideally we also assume at times in the question, if it's saying that A points to a photo and says, so you imagine I'm pointing to the photo and saying, it makes it easier to solve your question. So present generation, which is us, in our generation, in your own generation, the relationships would be brother, sister, cousin, spouse, brother-in-law and sister-in-law. Brother-in-law from which side will depend on the relationship being given. Okay, your sister's brother is also brother-in-law. So brother-in-law and sister-in-law. Children. When we say children, it will be son, daughter. Then it could be your brother or your siblings' children, nephew and niece. It could be, if you're speaking from the senior generation, it could be son-in-law, daughter-in-law. Yes? So we have son, daughter, nephew, niece, son-in-law and daughter-in-law. Similarly, grandchildren. Grandchildren are again direct, grandson and granddaughter. But all of these relationships were again gender neutral because we did not know kiski baat ho rahi hai unless it is given to us. Okay? So there will be 5 generations possible in a paper. In the question, 5 generations, 2 generations above and 2 generations bottom from the present generation. When we plot, so what we should do is we should always plot a family tree. When we draw a family, when relationships are given, it's very important to draw relationships. For example, so what we'll do is we'll have some coding here because we have 2 kinds of relationships in the same generation also, where it could be either married, so it's a wife, spouse, wife or husband, or it could be sister and brother. 2 relationships between people. So we draw, it's up to you. I would recommend we draw a female with a circle and we draw a male with a square. So you would know that whenever you've drawn a circle, it is a female, and you've drawn a square, that's a male. This will allow you, when you're drawing, mapping, plotting your relationships, it will become more visually clear of what you're doing. So this is first thing that we do. First is you will plot your relationships. When you plot, you will draw the female as a circle and a boy as a square. Second, we draw them as generations. So if I am saying, if I have drawn this, so this means B is the father of A. I hope we all saw B is the father because I'm drawing it as a generation. So I'm not drawing it at the same level. I'm going 1 generation up. It is B is the father of A. If I had drawn C, now what is the relationship between B and C? B and C. Grandchild. Grandson or granddaughter, not clear. If it was a circle, it became a granddaughter. Yes. Now, if I say that this is second, we draw generations visually. So we draw them in the right order. And third, If you want to, horizontal, for horizontal relationships, if you draw a single line, it is a sibling. And draw a double line for spouse. Draw a double line for a spouse. So let us say I draw this. Spouse. This means B and D are married. Let's say the question did not tell me the gender of D. Now what is the gender of D? Male. It has to be male. It has to be male. What is the relationship between B and D? B is the father-in-law of D. Yes, Sasur. So B is the father-in-law of D. What is the relationship between, if I also draw E? What is the relationship between D and E? D and E. D and E. Sister. How many of you say sister? We look at it carefully. D and E. Relationship between D and E. Sister-in-law. Okay. Why? Because D was not directly related with E, but D is the husband of A. A and E are sisters, and D is the E is the sister-in-law of D. Correct? So the double line clearly tells you immediately that what is the relationship. Are they actual siblings, or was it a sibling relationship due to the sibling, spouse of a sibling? I hope this is clear. So this is how we draw a family tree. So now if I was to draw again another F, I draw F and I put a circle. Now, what is the relationship between D and F? D and F. Niece and uncle. Yes. Can't be daughter. Why? Because not a sibling. Therefore, it is uncle and niece. Niece because it's a circle. ठीक है? हाँ, भतीजी. Yes. Hindi relationships are very good. Huh? Okay. This is a question now that we have. Let's solve it. How is Amit's brother's sister related to Amit? Sister? It's not cousin? I would still want you to draw the chota sa diagram. Just check. Practice. Practice. How is Amit's brother? Sister. Correct. So the right answer is sister. So there will be, it is possible that the questions have lots of relationships in between. Yes. How is X mother, husband's father, wife is related to X? It seems the class has very good understanding of relationships. But still, plot it once. Grandmother. Anybody who could not? Still doing? Still doing? Okay. So if I was to draw this, so I have X, grandmother, okay, but let's just confirm. I think I should draw, I'm not sure if it's grandmother or not. So how is the wife of father of mother? So mother of X, someone, mother of X, ka husband. Okay. How is the father, his father ki wife? So it's the grandmother. The grandmother. Yes. How is X mother, husband, brother related to X? That was very quick. How is X ki mother's husband ka brother related to X? Uncle. Because mother and husband, they are together. So, and unka brother is uncle. Yes? Okay, uncle. Now, how is X's wife related to only daughter of mother-in-law of X's son? It's the answer is right on the page ना, तो आपको बस एक बार plot ही करना है. Why hesitate? Maybe you should draw instead of guessing. There are 4 options: cousin, sister, granddaughter, and mother. Sister, cousin, sister, granddaughter, and mother. So the right answer is sister. Because how is X's wife? So this was X. So this means X is a male. X ki wife, this person. How is this person related to the only daughter? X ka son. X has a son who's also the son of this person. जिसका relationship चाहिए. So how is X's wife related to the only daughter of mother-in-law? How is X's wife, so this person, how is X's wife related to the only daughter of mother-in-law? So mother-in-law of X means he has a wife, uski mother, right? We have to solve it together. Again, daughter of mother-in-law of X's son. The only daughter was this one. This is the daughter, the only daughter. There's no other daughter possible. So it is this. How are they related? Now is it sister? Tell me, is it sister? कैसे? हाँ, it has to. It's not sister. How? लग तो मुझे भी यही रहा है. Daughter-in-law. For me, it is daughter-in-law. Yes? Right? Bahu. I hope everyone sees that. Again, if the question is, what the question is saying, the question says, how is X's wife? So this is, अरे देखो तो इकट्ठे solve करते हैं. Let's solve it together. Right? Let's solve it together. How is X? So X is a male because there is a wife, this person. We have to recognize the relationship of this person. How is X's wife related to? Who is she related to? There is some X ka son. X has a son. Okay, this is the son. X ka son, correct? Mother-in-law of this. So X has a wife, jiski mother is the mother-in-law of X. This is the mother-in-law, right? Mother-in-law. So mother-in-law of X's son has one daughter, the only daughter. Who is that? That is this person. This is the only daughter of the mother-in-law of X ka beta, right? What is the relationship between this question mark and this? It is daughter-in-law. How is X's wife? This is X ki wife to this person. Sorry, mother-in-law. Yes. हाँ. मतलब she is the mother-in-law, she is the daughter-in-law. Yes? So none of the above. Mother-in-law is the right answer. Okay? No, it will be mother-in-law. The question, I didn't write the right options. The options are not right. Array, options were not right. The answer is mother-in-law. I hope we have mother-in-law. We understood the option mother-in-law. Any doubt? Okay. A plus B means, and that's a question which will get dropped. A plus B means A is father of B. A minus B means A is wife of B. A cross B means A is brother of B. And A divided by B means daughter of B. So what is the relationship? Let's others solve. Bhumika, which question did you not understand online? Which question did you not understand? Please mention the previous one. Okay. What's the answer? C. So P is the aunt of Q. What we had to do was A plus B means, so okay, all that we have is, we have to look at this statement given to us. P divided by R means, if this is P divided by R, so P is the daughter of, A is the daughter of B, which means P is the daughter of R. So P is the daughter of R. P is the daughter of R. Then it says R plus S. Plus means this. Means R is the father of S. So means R has one more child, S. Then it says S plus Q, which means S is the father of Q. So S has a child, Q. So the answer becomes, what is the relationship? Which of the following is true? P is the aunt of Q. If we were not given, if it was instead it was cross, it would have become uncle. है ना? Daughter की जगह वो son हो जाते हैं. चलो, जो भी है. Don't confuse. The right answer is, it is C. Now, next question we will do. Okay. Next question. Sorry, कहाँ गया? 17th. A plus B means, again same. A plus B means father of B. So the question is P minus R plus Q. P minus R plus Q. P minus R plus Q. A. P minus R plus Q is A. Next question. Again, same relationships. Now tell. Third. P into R divided by Q. I hope everyone's understanding. If you have any doubt, please ask. D for Delhi. I was listening, hearing the word uncle. Uncle से son हो गया. P is the son of Q or P is the uncle of Q? Son of Q. So what is P into R means P is the brother. So it was P is the brother. So P is the brother of Q. Oh, sorry, R. So P is the brother of R. And then it says R divided by Q means R is the daughter of B. So R is the daughter. R is the daughter of Q. Then what is the relationship now? So P is the son of Q. P is the son of Q. Blood relations, next question. Priya, who is Dubey's daughter, says to Preeti, your mother Shama is the youngest sister of my father. क्यों? कर लो ट्राई. क्या पता लो हैंगिंग फ्रूट ऑफ CSAT पक्का क्लियर करना है. सही छोड़ना था उसका, 1 मिनट में आंसर आ गया. प्रिया हु इज दुबे's daughter says to Preeti, यार अब देखो प्रॉब्लम क्या है ना कि we will try to solve it by just doing relationships in our mind. मतलब but there is a scope for it being wrong, as well use pen and paper. अरे कॉपी पेन यूज कर लो. अच्छा Priya, who is Dubey's daughter? No, this is correct. Bhumika, 18th answer was D. I hope you've understood why it is D. We have to be very careful when we solve. So what's the right answer? A, uncle. Yes? Okay. So one thing very, very important is we do not assume a gender based on the name. So we do not assume the gender based on name. How, as much as we would want Preeti to be a female, it's not necessary until the question brings it out. We do not take our own personal experience, our understanding to the exam. Unless the question says that Preeti is a female, we do not say Preeti is a female. So the question says the right answer is uncle, but let's take a look. Priya, who is Dubey's daughter? So we have Priya, who is the daughter of Dubey. So Priya, who is Dubey's daughter, says to Preeti, some person Preeti, your mother. So Preeti's mother, your mother, Shama, is the youngest sister of my father. So Dubey was the father. So which means Dubey has another daughter, Shama. Your mother, Shama, is the youngest sister of my father. So, I'm unable to read the question only. Your mother, Shama, is the youngest sister of my father. So this is the father. Father has a sister who is Shama and who is the mother of your mother, Preeti. Mother of Preeti. So, Priya, who is Dubey's daughter, says to Preeti, your mother, Shama, is the youngest sister of my father. And Dubey's father, third child, is Prabhat. So Dubey's father has one more child who is Prabhat. Oh, sorry. Again, I did wrong. Yeah, I know. So Dubey's father. So Dubey's father had another child who is Prabhat. Third child, Prabhat. Gender not given. So we can't draw a square or a circle. Okay. So how is Prabhat related to Preeti? It is either uncle or aunt, but since aunt is not an option, the right answer is uncle. I hope we understood. Yes. So the right answer is uncle. Okay? Everything's given. Is it okay? Pointing towards a woman in the photograph, Rajesh said, the only daughter of her grandfather, paternal grandfather, is my wife. How is Rajesh related to that woman? Paternal grandfather, the only daughter is my wife. One second. In the previous question, what is the relationship between Dubey can be the mother of Preeti? Can Dubey be the mother of Preeti? What is the relationship between Preeti and Dubey? Preeti and Dubey. This is Dubey. Uncle, guaranteed uncle. So it cannot be mother because the mother of Preeti was already Shama as given in the question. Yes. So Manjunath, Dubey cannot be the mother of Preeti. It is uncle because यहाँ पे है. Mother is Shama. Preeti mother is Shama. Uncle is Dubey. Okay. So uncle. Important to draw single line and double line. It's in the same generation, but the difference is married or not. Rajesh said, how is Rajesh related to that woman? The only daughter of her grandfather. So if this is the grandfather, the only daughter of the grandfather, so there is this person in the picture. Okay? Uncle. So the only daughter of the grandfather is my wife. Pointing towards a woman in the photograph. So there's this photograph in which there is a woman. So this is a picture. I'll just write picture. This is a woman in the picture. Okay. Pointing towards this, Rajesh said, the only daughter of her grandfather is my wife. So this person, let's assume that's us, the only daughter of her grandfather. Her grandfather means one generation and then next. So this is the grandfather. Okay, this is the grandfather. इनकी एक ही daughter थी, which is this, the only daughter. This is the grandfather. This is the only daughter. This means, okay, the only daughter of her paternal grandfather is my wife. This is Rajesh's wife. This is Rajesh's wife. This person is Rajesh's wife. And there was just one daughter. तो ये इसके father थे. Paternal grandfather है. Paternal grandfather. Question says paternal grandfather. Picture की photo. Woman in the picture has a paternal father. Father के father. The question says paternal grandfather. Do not miss this. Paternal grandfather. Paternal grandfather. So father. Father के father is paternal grandfather. He has a daughter. The only daughter. And Rajesh is, this only daughter is the wife of Rajesh. So now what is the relationship? Uncle, or is it son? Father? Uncle. Now it is uncle. I hope we all understood. Because it says paternal grandfather. If it said maternal, तो फिर it would have become her father. Right? Okay? So it is paternal. So it is uncle. Correct answer. Now seating arrangement. Last part, seating arrangement. Before seating arrangement, we'll do one PYQ. Please solve question 20 on page 22. Question 20 on page 22. This is a question from 2022. Page 22. P, Q, R, S, T, and U are 6 members of a family. P, Q, R, S, T, and U. Do not prompt the answer, I'll ask you. I'm saying don't say. Question 20. The answer is D. P, Q, R, S, T and U are 6 members of a family. P, Q, R, S, the answer is D. Anyone has any doubt? No. So, I'm just wait. P, Q, R, S, T and U are 6 members of a family. R is the spouse of Q. So all that we know is the spouse of Q. We don't know the gender. U is the mother of T. On the other hand, we also know that there is some T and the mother is U. Again, we don't know the gender of T. So R is the spouse of Q. U is the mother of T. And S is the daughter of U. So U also has a daughter S. S is a daughter of U. P's daughter is T. So T was a daughter, it means. So it means T is a daughter and T is the daughter of P, which means P is husband of U. Yes? Right? P is the husband of U. I hope it's clear till now. So P's daughter is T. Since P's daughter was T and T was also U's daughter, U's child. So P is the father. So P's daughter is T and R's son is P. So this means R's son. So P is the son of R. This R and Q, we take it here, R. And we write Q over here. Okay. We've taken this here and written it there. And T and R's son is P. There are 2 couples in the family, very clearly visible. The 2 couples are R and Q and P and U. 2 couples. Which one of the following is correct? Q is the grandfather of T. We don't know the gender. We don't know if Q is the grandfather or the grandmother. Hence, A is not an option. Q is the grandmother of T. Again, we don't know the gender. Very similar to the previous statement. So, it's not the answer. R is the mother of P. We again don't know the gender. So, again, C is not the answer. T is but we know the gender of T. And T is the granddaughter. Hence, the right answer is D. T is the granddaughter of Q. Okay? I hope everyone had the right answer. What is the relationship now between S and R? What is S? Who is S to R? Granddaughter. Between is R the grandmother of S? No. Only a grandparent. Maternal grandparent or paternal grandparent? Paternal grandparent. So this is how we solve. If you have drawn it, it will ensure हो सकता है orally हो जाए. But drawing it ensures, plotting it, this diagram ensures that your answer is correct. So if you want to practice orally, practice now. But in the exam, definitely draw. Because you have to make sure that the answer is right. Now we talk about seating arrangement. In seating arrangement, there are ideally 2 kinds of questions. So there will always be, for sitting arrangement, just like direction sense, it's important to know left and right. So we have left and end of the row is, the other extreme is right. The questions can talk about left and right. You know, they can give you the position or the seats from left or right, from top or bottom. They're all similar. Be it top or bottom, left or right, it is 2 ends. Okay? So the questions, so let's say there were 10 people, 10 people in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 people in a row. When we say from left, let's say the question says, some question says that A is at 4th position from the left. So what are the positions from the left? They are 1L, 2nd from the left, 3rd from the left, and 4th from the left. This means from the left. This means A is over here. This is the position of A. The same question says, let's assume B is 5th from the right. So now, is it this one? Is this B? We don't know for now because this is from the left. Okay? fifth 5L. This is fifth from the left. Sixth from the left. Seventh left. Ninth from the left and 10. What the question says is B is fifth from the left. B is fifth from the right. I'm sorry. Fifth from the right. So we again write 1 from the right. 2 from the right. 3 from the right. 4 from the right. 5 from the right. So what is the location of B now? This. Okay? It is this. And it means from the left it was 6th. So this is the location of B. This is B. If you notice, if I complete it, 6R, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The position, the sum total of the positions from left and right, what is it? If I talk over here, what is the sum total of my positions from left and right? Over here. If let us say my X, this is a person X. This is a person X. Location. So he is first from the left and 10 from the right. What is the total? 11. 11. If he was located over here, again, what is the total? 8 plus 3? 11. So we see that the total is always the same. 11. The total of when a person is at a particular location, the rank from the left plus the rank from the right. Let's call it rank from the left plus rank from the right. Correct? Rank from left plus rank from right. This is equal to, it's a constant. It's a constant. Here it is 11. And what is this 11? This 11 is, what is the total number of people on this line? 10 people. Yes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what is the total? Total plus 1. So what was rank from the left plus rank from the right equal to? It's equal to the total plus 1. So this means if I know any one of the variables in this statement, any one variable between my rank from the left, my rank from the right, or the total, I know two variables, I'll be able to find the third variable. I know two variables. Let's assume I knew that the rank of A from the left is 4. This one, the rank of A from the left is 4 in a line, in a row which had 10 students. What is the rank of A from the right? What is it? 6th. Oh, sorry. So how do we do? So let's say this is the question, that the rank of the A is 4th from the left. So I write 4 plus rank from the right is equal to 10 plus 1. Rank from the right is equal to 10 plus 1, 11 minus 4, which is equal to 7, which is the right answer. So the only formula we have is rank from left plus rank from right is equal to constant, and it is equal to total plus 1. It is equal to total plus 1. I hope we are good. Now the question can be rephrased. Instead of saying left and right, it will say the rank of A from the top was 4. What in a class of 10 students, what is the rank from the bottom? It's the same thing. I hope we all understand. Yes? With this, we'll solve this question. In a row of people, if Vijay is ranked 12th from the top and 15th from the bottom, how many people are there in the row? Abhi to 28 tha. 26. Why is it 26? Because we have rank from the left plus rank from the right equal to total plus 1. I have to find the total. We are given rank from the left or top. Let's assume left is top, right? Top and bottom. So the rank from the top is 12 plus rank from the bottom is 15 equal to T plus 1. Therefore, T is equal to 27 plus 1. Oh, sorry, minus 1. Minus 1. So 27 minus 1, which is equal to 26. 27 minus 1 equal to 26. Okay. This is how we solve. Next question. In a class of 40 students, Vijay is ranked 14th from the top and 15th from the bottom. What will be his rank from the bottom? I forgot to change it. Okay. Okay, let's just assume it's just 14th from the top. This is not there. Happens. So, in a class of 40 students, Vijay is ranked 14th from the top. What will be his rank from the bottom? Then what will be his rank from the bottom? 27. The right answer is 27, because again we knew total, we knew rank from the bottom, rank from the top. We know rank from the bottom is equal to total plus 1 minus rank from the top. Total is 40 students, 40 plus 1 minus 14. This is the answer. Correct? 40 plus 1 minus 14, which is 27. Next question. In a class of 50 students, A is 10 ranks ahead of B. If position of B is 27 from the bottom, what will be the rank of A from the top? Now it's important that you can draw this line and then decide. This is the top and bottom, and then plot it. Plotting ensures that there is confidence in the right answer. Yes. Solve, solve, solve. लिख के करो. You'll get only one answer. Thirteenth. Okay. Okay, so let's solve it. 14. In a class of 50 students. So this means, this is, let us say, from top to bottom. We already know that the total size is 50. This is top, this is bottom. We already know that the total size is 50. In a class of 50 students, if position of B is 27 from the bottom. So position of B is 27 from the bottom. Okay, this is 27 from the bottom, and this is where B is located. 27 from the bottom. A is 10 ranks ahead. 10 ranks ahead of B. So 10 ranks upar jaake we find A. So this means this is 10 ranks ahead of B. So from the base, what is the rank of A? From the base, 37. So from the base, the rank of A is 37. The question says, what will be the rank of A from the top? We know its rank from the base. We know the total number of students. We have to find the rank from the top. So rank from the top plus 37 is equal to 50 plus 1. So rank from the top for A is equal to 51. I can say 51 minus 37. What is 51 minus 37? 14. It is 14. Hence the right answer is 14. For those who got 16, Please check. Why did you get 16? Important to be careful. Rank from the bottom for B was 27. If position A is 10 ranks ahead of B, so it means towards the top. 10 rank ahead of B. So 10 ranks upper, it means the rank of A from the bottom is 37. If the rank of A is 37 from the bottom, total is 50. We can easily calculate the rank of A from the top. Okay. Based on this, we also see that yes, it is 10 ranks super. Better. Okay. Now it is equally important that we also know what is the number of people between A and B. So let us say in this same diagram, in the same figure, the rank of A from left was 4 and the rank of B from left was 6. How many people are between A and B? 1. So how do we find that? We do the rank, which is a higher rank minus lower rank minus 1. Higher rank minus lower rank minus 1 is the number of people between two people, provided both the ranks are from the same side. It's either, let's say from over here, it's from the same left. You cannot do A के लिए ये वाली ले ली और B के लिए right से ले लेते हैं 5. Then it's the wrong answer. So you will always have to calculate first the ranks from the same side, and then you will be able to say what is the number of people between them. Let's assume in this same question, the rank of A was actually second from the left. What is the number of people between A and B? Second from the left. 3. Why? Because it was now 6 minus 2 minus 1. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 1, 3. 3 people are there in between. Okay, so higher rank minus lower rank minus 1. This is the number of people which will be there between two people. Okay, it could be, okay, so now in this question, if you notice the rank of, if I ask you what is the rank of B from the top, what will be the rank of B from the top? (24). Yes? Because A's rank was 14, 14 plus 10, 24. Okay? Based on this, we'll solve this. In a row, A's rank from left is 10 and B's rank from left is 25. What is the number of persons between A and B? 13? 14. Isn't it 15? No. It is because higher rank, both are from the left. So we do a direct calculation. Higher rank, which is 25 minus 10. I hope this is clear to everyone. Higher rank, 25 minus lower rank 10 minus 1. 25 minus 10 is 15 minus 1 equal to 14. So the right answer is 14. In a class of students, A's rank from the bottom is 15 and B's rank from bottom is 22. What is the number of people now between A and B? Okay. What is the answer? 6. Direct. Now, if I change the question and I say in a class of 50 students, A's rank from bottom is 15 and B's rank from the top is 22. Now, what is your answer? In a class of 50 students, A's rank from the bottom is 15 and B's rank from the top is 22. Answer zaruri nahi hai isme. I have lots of answers. 13, 7, 5. Anyone has any doubts with this question? No. तो फिर 13 और 7 दो आंसर कैसे आए? 1, 3. No, so a lot of us have 13 also, 7 also. So in a class of 50, so what we had to do was we had to find B's rank from the bottom and then calculate, because the ranks are यही है पिछला भी. So you will see that in this question, we just had to calculate the B's rank also from the top to get the right answer. So if B rank from the bottom was 22, what is B rank from the top? B rank from the top is equal to 50 plus 1 minus 22. 50 plus 1 minus 22. This is rank of B. And then this rank minus 15 minus 1. ठीक है? I hope it is clear. Okay. In a row of students, A's rank from the left is 10. I want you to use your pen and paper and solve. A's rank from the very rightly answered Abhigyan. Bhumika, it's not 23, it's 13. So the question is, in a row of students, A's rank from the left is 10 and B's rank from the right is 15. A and B interchange their position. Then, after interchanging their position, A's rank from left end is 35. How many persons in total are there in the row? Sorry? Okay. Let others solve. So the right answer is none, because, so how do we solve this? In a row of students, so we have a row of students, we draw this. This is the left and we have the right. In a row of students, A's rank from the left is 10. So A's rank, this is A and the rank is 10. A's rank from the left is 10 and B's rank from the right is 15. So we don't know kahan pe hai, but B, this is somewhere B and the rank is 15. But A and B interchange their locations. A and B interchange. So this becomes, they interchange. So this becomes B and this becomes A. They have interchanged their locations, their positions. Now A's rank from the left is 35. Now we know this is 35. How many persons are there? So if you notice, we know A's rank from both left side and the right side. We know the rank of A/B. We know the position of this from both left and right. 35 from the left and 15 from the right. So the answer becomes 35 plus 15 minus 1. Yes? 49. Now, next question. Based on same, they have still interchanged their position. What is the rank of B from the right? What is the rank of B from the right? What is the rank of B from the right? You will notice that it's always good to use pen and paper from the very first. Easier to solve. 40. So the answer is 40 because now this is the new B. This was the new B. And this rank is now 40 because we know the total number of people is 49. It is 10 from the left. So what is it from the right? Easy to calculate. On same lines, again a question. What is the... It's the same here. Oh, number of persons between A and B. But now what is the number of people between A and B? (24). So now we already knew from the very first question that what was the rank between what was the this. So we already knew that it is 35 and 15. इसी से आ जाता सीधा आंसर 35 minus 15 minus 1. Yes. So 35 minus 15 minus 1. 35 minus 10 minus 1. Yes. 35 this minus 10 minus 1. From the same side. 35 minus 10 minus 1. Okay. 24. So now, do you have any doubts? No. But we'll still solve few more PYQs. Please open and solve handout page number 25, question number 30. Page number 25, question number 30. Question number 30. 8 students A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. Be very careful when you solve it. Very easy to be wrong. B and D sit neither adjacent to C nor opposite to C. A sits in between E and D. Left पे कौन, right पे कौन हमें नहीं पता है. Only adjacent to E and D. F sits between B and H. Which one of the following is definitely correct? So we all that we know is that A sits between E and D. Which side we don't know and does not matter. B for ball. B, okay. So A sits between, sorry? So we have two answers. One is A, one is C, one is B. B. So we have a circle. We have 8 people sitting in this circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. The question says 30th. Not necessarily in the same order. B and D sit neither adjacent. So B and D, they are neither adjacent. ना तो इनके साथ में C है, ना opposite C है. This is not happening. B and D sit neither adjacent to C nor opposite to C. A sits in between E and D. So if this is A, E and D is possible, or it could be E and D. You know, it could be any left and right, irrespective. E and D is fixed. And F sits in between. F sits in between B and H. Now somewhere we have F who sits between. So we know that F sits between B and H. If this is F, we don't know where is F. F sits between B and H. Let's say it is this. Which one of the following is definitely correct? C sits opposite to G. Can I say, okay, now how many people did we have? We had A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. We've already placed A, E, and D. We've also placed B, F, and H. C and G are remaining. So right now, if we look, C could come here, but D is not fixed necessarily over here. So if D goes here, if D goes here, 1 second. So there are many options possible. It's not necessary that D is fixed over here. Because all that the question says is that B and D do not sit next to C and opposite to C. So it is possible that my D was sitting over here. Then my C was possibly sitting here. So I do not know who is sitting where. There is insufficient information. And hence the answer is D. Okay, very rightly said, C cannot sit opposite to B. Can I move all these three also one step here? Because I do not know for a fact that my F is here or not. All that the question says is, F sits between B and H. Even this can be exchanged. Even the location of B and H is interchangeable. So if I interchange, I put B here and H here, then C cannot sit adjacent to B, then C sits here. Again, so the point is, there are multiple locations possible where C can come. So we cannot say what the question says. The question says which one of the following is definitely correct. We cannot say with certainty who sits where. So the answer is D. D for Delhi, D. Right? It is not B, it is not C, it is D. Because there were multiple locations, multiple seats possible for both, all of them. So you will see that in seating arrangement, apart from the linear arrangement, there is another kind of question, which is a circular. In circular, ideally, you will always be facing the center. The question will say 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, 8 people are sitting. You will equally divide them. If the locations are variable, we will always say that it is not necessary it is D. It is D/E and here it is E/D. Both are possible. So why? Because you will have to consider all possibilities unless it is explicitly given. Let us say the question said that B sits 2 seats to the left of A. Then I would fix the location of B. If the question says B sits 2 seats to the left of A. What is the left of A? It was sitting facing the center. This is the left. Sitting the center the way I'm standing. This is the left. This now becomes fixed. Until then, it could be either B or H. We don't know. It could not be either. F ही move कर गया. F यहाँ की जगह यहाँ बैठ गया. We don't know. So there are so many variables. Until you have a certain answer, it is none. I hope we understood the question. Yes? On these lines, we'll solve one more. Just one last. Question 36. Page 27. (2017). This is more like ranking in order. No, it's not Venn diagram. It's ranking in order. 4 tests, physics, chemistry, maths, and bio, are to be conducted on 4 consecutive days, not necessarily in the same order. The physics test is held before the test, which is conducted after biology. Four tests, physics, chemistry, maths, and bio. It's never a good idea to rush. Mathematics. Yes, mathematics. So it was not a Venn diagram. It was not biology. It is mathematics. And what we had to do was, the question simply asked us, and it asked us to place these subjects instead of people on a line. So there were 4 subjects which were being asked for us to place on a line. Okay. It says, quickly solving it, 4 tests, physics, chemistry, PCMB. 4 tests are to be conducted on 4 consecutive days, not necessarily in the same order. The physics test is held before the test which is conducted after biology. So physics, this is biology. There is some test after it, and physics is before that. Yes? Chemistry is conducted exactly after 2 tests are held. Chemistry is conducted exactly. No. Chemistry is conducted exactly after 2 tests. So if there were 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we for a fact know this is chemistry. Chemistry has to be 3rd. We also know that physics is held before the test which is conducted after biology. So which is the first test? Bio. Why is it physics? Okay. Again, please read. Physics is held after the test which is conducted after biology. Before the test which is conducted after biology. So, bio, physics will come. Okay. Physics. So, there is all that we know is bio के बाद एक paper हुआ जिससे पहले physics है. So, sorry? After does not necessarily mean it's consecutively after bio. What it means is कि bio के बाद एक paper हुआ जिससे पहले physics था, right? So we have bio के बाद एक paper था, ठीक है, जिससे पहले physics है. So this means physics definitely is not the last, right? We also know bio cannot be the last because bio के बाद कुछ paper होना था. So who is last now? Maths. Because physics, so we don't know कि अब physics और bio के बीच में difference है, नहीं है, कौन पहले, कौन बाद में, we don't know. We don't know if there is somebody, physics is happening before bio or after bio. Yes, but what we know is that bio, if I draw this again, we know for a fact in this line, 1, 2, 3, 4, chemistry is over here. We know that bio cannot be last क्योंकि bio के बाद किसी को होना है. So this cannot be bio. And we also know that physics के बाद भी कुछ हुआ था. So last also cannot be physics. Chemistry is already here. So who comes in the end? Maths. And hence the right answer is maths. It's not because, let's say the question changed. It said ki who comes first. We don't know. If the question said who comes, which is the exam which is happening first, then we'll say we don't know. Data is not sufficient. I hope we understood. We know who does not come last, but we don't know who comes first. Which exam happens first, okay? Be very careful when you solve questions. Do you have any doubts? Okay, thank you. All the best. Please solve the PYQ questions. We'll have a PYQ discussion class next week and we'll discuss.